Hey, good people. Just waiting a few seconds for you to hop on. Welcome to Try It Thursdays. Just waiting for a few people to hop on. Let me know you're on here when you get on. Hi, Cicely. Thank you for hopping on, ma'am. Just gonna give folk a few seconds to hop on. Thank you kindly. Hi, Sam. Sam, you're not like super allergic to this food this week, so thank you. You can actually cook this one. I'm gonna do like a little Mr. Rogers deal when you get dressed on camera. Cause I just wanted y'all to see my little happy pumpkin shirt. Y'all know I love me some pumpkins. And so I wanted y'all to see my little pumpkin shirt. I love a good theme. If I could dress up every day as something really cool, I would. Yes, Sam's hashtag Sam's safe cooking. Exactly. I always tell people who have a nut allergy to please let a sister know, because I heavily depend on nuts a lot for my protein and fat in my diet, being a pesca vegetarian or a pescatarian. So hey, Mama Lamb, thanks for hopping on. I just want to say hey to everybody. Welcome to Try It Thursdays. And thank you for all those who have been faithfully joining me every Thursday. Yay. All right, so I am LB with LB Morris Consults, and I am here to help you become your healthiest and well self. And Try It Thursdays, we try things. So I usually do like 2 or 3 recipes. We're just going to focus on one recipe today because I want to tell you all how to do a few pairings when it comes to your food, because yes, what you eat with what matters. And to also just to cover a few of my must-haves. I have a very long list of must-haves. I am very loyal to what I choose. I do lots and lots of research. For those who know me, I am obsessed with researching and trying to get clarity, and I am a constant student. So I am constantly learning. Whatever I'm learning, I'm going to tell you about it. I don't know if you know, I'm in graduate school. So I'll be done in April for nutrition and wellness. So on top of that, I am not just a certified health coach. I am also going to be a certified nutrition as well, with a master's of wellness and nutrition. So yeah, so that is coming along the way, and everything I learned, I tell y'all, I've learned a lot and I know a lot just innately with my lifestyle. But it's great to kind of have that background. A lot of it is just confirming a lot of what I know, so that's kind of cool. But yeah, I just want to let y'all know how these things go, because there's a lot of mysticism when it comes to nutrition and weight loss and all these things, and it's not necessary, and I think everybody should know. This shouldn't be no secret. So we're gonna talk about carrots. Yay, beta carotene. we're gonna talk about carrots today. So last week I made a carrot bacon BLT, right? But the focus was the bread because the bread was made of almonds because it was nuts week. So this week we focused on carrots. And I wanted to focus on carrots because it's one of those vegetables that just about everyone likes. Not many people have a carrot allergy, and a lot of times people need a great introductory to plant-based, to healthy foods. And I just wanted to show and highlight, hey, this thing you're actually eating, this thing that you actually like, is actually good for you. This is how to eat it, and here are some great ways to prepare it and how to pair it. So really quick, I wanted to highlight my air fryer. So I don't know if y'all can see it. Scooch it in a little bit. Air fryer. So again, I'm going to, throughout the series of Try Thursdays, I'm going to highlight my must-haves because there are just some things that you're just going to need in your stockpile to make healthy eating just easier on you. A lot of times people feel intimidated and they're like, well, what do I do with that? Or how do I prepare that? Or what can I have at home to make this easier? Well, I'm going to highlight some of the tools and just some of the seasonings and things that I try out to let you all know how it goes for me, what I think about it, and is it a must-have? And I'll let you know, well, at least for me. And you can let me know if it's a must-have for you. So I am going to highlight that and a few seasonings that I just have to have in my closet. And you will be able to, due to Sam's advice, Sam, I finally got that Amazon set up. Due to Sam's advice, you will be able to go to my website and you will be able to see my favorites on my favorites tab, and there will be links to any of the products that I highlight as some of my must-haves on there. So just for easy access. All right, so carrots. Carrots do a lot. They kind of get a bad rep because a lot of people say they're high in sugar. They are. So all good things we must do in moderation. There are people who have eaten carrots, so many carrots that they kind of turn a yellowish hue. That's a thing. So we do all things in moderation, which is why I just have 2 carrots. This is pretty much all you need. And as far as a serving, you're probably just going to need 1. Also, check out my YouTube for the recipe this week. We did a soy honey glazed carrot dish. Delicious. Super easy. You can do it on a stove or in your Instant Pot. Literally takes maybe 20 minutes or so. And you can pair it with a bunch of stuff on a salad, whatever. This is what I like about this little carrot bacon dish. It's I'm sure you've seen it many places, but it's a great salad pairing. So you can throw it on a salad or throw it in a rice bowl, and it does pretty well. It's really good. Okay, so let's hop to it. So you're gonna need some clean carrots. Remember, we soak them in either vinegar water or baking soda water, so they're nice and clean. Yay. Dry them off, and go ahead and get you a vegetable slicer. So you can, you peel potatoes or whatever, literally $5 somewhere. Like, grab one of these and just get to shaving. You just want to get the outer layer off initially, and then we're going to start making the bacon slices. So for just the skin off, I usually hold the big side first and just shave it off. Super easy, right? Can you see it? Shave it off and get that outer layer off. And I know it's probably tempting to not wash them even though you're scraping the outer layer, but even with the you holding the dirty carrot and the transference of the dirt onto your carrot that you're about to eat is not the business. So it's just good to wash your stuff first. Okay, so your little skins, you're not gonna need those. If you compost, go for it. I'm not quite there yet, but I hope to be someday soon. I watch lots of videos on composting. Okay, so you're gonna need a handy dandy sealable bowl, okay, with a tight lid. And this is where you're gonna put your bacon shavings, okay? So I hope you were following. Oh, so it's best, actually I'm gonna flip it around. So when you're making the bacon slices, hold it on the little skinny end, okay? And shave it this way, all right? Because it's easier to control and you get that nice kind of bacon looking shape. Okay, so one of my hang-ups, because, and it could be a bias, you know, I'm sure it is. We all have a bias. But one of my hang-ups is a lot of vegan meals that do not have the same kind of nutritional balance as the meat version would. And so I'm not really one, unless you're like just super supplementing and it's, you know, you've eaten your protein or whatever throughout the day. Put in your bowl, your little carrot shavings. And so I am big on making sure, so when it gets kind of flat like this, you can kind of lay it down and shave it like this. And you're going to have some left, so I would just recommend steaming the rest of it and just using it as a snack or cutting it up and eating it as raw carrots. So I'm not a fan of just kind of saying like something's a vegan replacement, but it doesn't have that nutritional, you know, value. It doesn't have that nutrient denseness that you need in your diet if you're going to do plant-based. So what I liked about the recipe I did last week was because you had your bread, it was kind of an inside out, you know, sandwich. You had your bread that was the protein, and then you had your veggies in the middle. So whereas with this, you pair it with something. So you would put it in a really good salad, sprinkle some hemp seeds on it. You can put it in a rice bowl, have some beans in there with you and all of that. Because you have to make sure you're having, get your vitamins, take your vitamins, get your probiotics, and make sure that you are having your proteins. If you're a pescatarian like me, you can do it in the form of fish. But a lot of pescatarians like me, we don't really eat fish often. I eat fish maybe once a week, sometimes once every other week, sometimes not for months at a time. So it just depends. But I have to make sure I'm doing that balance, doing that dance. So I'm having my, you know, hemp protein smoothies in the morning. I make sure I'm supplementing with different vitamins. I'm making sure I'm doing my pairings. So the cool thing about carrots is that they're high in fiber. So they're great to, you know, get everything going for your digestive system. And because they're great and they're high in fiber, they're great for diabetics. They help keep your blood sugar low. Again, keep your watch your portions. And they are high in antioxidants, so they fight cancer. They are high in beta carotene, hence their orange color. And so that means they're good for your eyes, they're good for your skin. And so we want that kind of stuff. It's vitamin A, high in vitamin A. You'll see a lot of like hair, nail, and skin supplements. They're high in vitamin A because they're good for that kind of stuff. So carrots are great for that. Supplements are great, but we want to make sure our diet is doing a lot of the heavy lifting. We don't want to rely on our supplements to do the heavy lifting, unless you have some eating disorders. And if you need guidance with this kind of stuff, that's why people like me exist. You know, a health coach or a nutrition educator, you know, we exist to kind of guide, you know, individuals, nutritionists, dietitianists. We exist to guide individuals who just don't know, but they want to know. We help you with that kind of a thing. So get rid of your little scraps. Again, if you compost, you can put them in a little compost pile. All right. And so 2 carrots really is plenty for this carrot bacon. You get a lot out of 2 carrots. Okay. And again, look how cool that looks. You just shave and they come out looking like little pieces of bacon. I know, Sam, it's not real bacon, but you know, you get the idea. And believe me, I'm not one of those people who are not going to sit here and tell you that bacon isn't tasty. It is. It just don't work for me. Figure out what works for you. That's what health is about. It's about customization. It's about figuring out and doing the work. What works for you? What doesn't work for you? What may work for your sister may not work for you. What worked for your mama may not work for you. And that's okay. That's what life's about. Life is a journey. If you're going to spend all the time finding a partner and finding your purpose, spend the time with your body to figure out what works best for your body. Because it's all interconnected. Alrighty. So that looks really cool. Look what we have here. Look how much. Just out of 2 carrots. It's a lot, right? Okay, so usually y'all know how like I'll measure out my spices and all that for you. This isn't one of those recipes. This is when you gotta call on your ancestors, or as Rachel Ray says, eyeball it. Because you literally just need a sprinkle of a lot of these, okay? So, you're going to have your cool little bowl, your tightly sealed bowl with lid. You have your carrot shavings inside of your bowl, okay? And you are going to need your air fryer. You can also do this in the oven. Remember I mentioned last week, you can do it in the oven. I actually preferred it in the oven, but when I had some other people try it, they actually preferred it in the air fryer because it kind of had that bacony texture. But I tend to like things crispy, so I liked it in the oven. If you don't have an air fryer, go grab one. Or you can just put it in the oven on like broil. Really watch it, okay? And just kind of watch it crisp, okay, on each side. So let me grab my measuring spoon because I do want to measure the liquid. Okay, so you're gonna need 1 tablespoon of your liquid aminos. This is without my aminos. I use them a lot. I use Bragg's brand. They are liquid aminos, an all-purpose seasoning. If you're doing low salt, this is a great alternative. If you can't do like pure seasoning salt or pure soy sauce, this is a great alternative. I love it. I love the Bragg's brand. I do have a link for Amazon, but I'm not like a Bragg's ambassador or anything. So anything I recommend to you, whether I become an ambassador or not, I am honest. I have tried it and true, and I trust it. I would never, ever, ever recommend something that I don't use myself and that I don't believe in. So Bragg's, been using it forever, and it's really good. Contains no preservatives and all that fun stuff. I love Bragg's. They're nice and clean. And you put it on your carrots. Just kind of sprinkle. Okay. Definitely one of my must-haves. And you would do half of that, well, not even half, do like a teaspoon of liquid smoke. Liquid smoke is a must-have of mine. As someone who doesn't eat meat, I just do fish, and a lot of times you're not going to find like grilled fish somewhere, or when you're making like a plant-based burger or carrot bacon and you kind of want that smoky taste, this liquid smoke will kind of give you that liquid, that kind of smoky, it's been on the grill, barbecue-y type taste, okay? So liquid smoke. And again, all the links to these products are available on my website. You can go check it out. And then we'll send y'all a little reminder tomorrow to let you know that they're on there. Okay, so you got the liquid smoke. Now again, all these products, smoked paprika, go get you some. I don't think I have a link to this. I may or may not, I don't think I do. But get you some smoked paprika. If you want my brand specific, let me know and I will get an Amazon link for you. You just sprinkle it. Liquid smoke is one of those, smoked paprika is one of those spices. Gives you that smoky taste. It really kicks it up a notch on like everything. Vegetables, meats, anything. And you just need a sprinkle. It's very strong, okay? A little bit of onion powder. A little bit of garlic powder. Let's see, this is why I put on my little apron. I didn't leave my little happy shirt out because I'm messy, y'all. I will wear my food. Okay. And so I tend to use the everything with the bagel seasoning on everything. Everything. I put it on everything. But I ran out because I used it on everything. So today I'm using like a steak seasoning and a little bit of like Mrs. Dash herb So you can use any kind of multi-purpose seasoning that you want. But usually I would have used the everything but the bagel seasoning. There is a link for that. That is another one of my must-haves. I use it on everything. Vegetables, anything. I use it on everything. So I absolutely love it. So again, I didn't measure out the seasonings. Eyeball it, call on your ancestors, sprinkle it, okay? Because you don't need much. And you don't need, I didn't add any salt because you have the aminos and you have the liquid smoke and you got the the little multi-purpose seasoning, whatever you use, okay? You don't need salt on this. There's plenty in it. Okay, so you do a shake, 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 right? To make sure everything is covered. Okay, I'm gonna show you what it looks like. Kind of see it? Okay. So it's kind of like, you can kind of see it's a little wet. And you then would let it sit for about 20 minutes. I put mine in the fridge, let it sit. Let it sit for about 20 minutes, let it do its thing, marinate, get all the flavors all soaked it up. And this is kind of what it looks like after it's been sitting for. Now you can even do it overnight if you want. I've done it overnight before. Okay. Okay, so because we're doing it in the air fryer, you're going to need your little air fryer little trays here. So, air fryer, let's talk about it, right? So I've had my air fryer for about a year. I just really got into using it, and I know a lot of people like swear by their air fryer, like they will cut somebody over the air fryer. The things that I like most in the air fryer so far has been fried fish, where it was great because I don't have to submerge it in oil. I'm just literally spraying it, seasoning it, battering it, putting it in, and it's cut down on a lot of the grease. I did like that. There are some recipes that I tried in there. You know, I've done like a cauliflower, a battered cauliflower that turned out pretty good, and all that. But what I've been trying to come clear on is it just fine in the oven, or should I do it in the air fryer? So I have a family, so a lot of times it's just easier to do it in the oven. Air fryers, I've learned that if it's just you or one or two people in the house, it's much easier to pull out your air fryer. Do a quick toss on a few vegetables or some wings or whatever and pop it in your air fryer. So for my air fryer, I have the Power Air Fryer Oven. So this is like the mega one. Yes, marinated. So this is the one I have. So this is like the super fancy one, right? It was a Christmas gift from one of my loved ones. And so it does everything, okay? And it even like rotisseries. And you can put like roasted nuts in here, or you can dehydrate in it. So remember last week when we dehydrated something, you don't gotta buy a whole dehydrator. You can do it in your air fryer if you have the proper one. So I just want to show y'all kind of how it looks, because to me it was a little intimidating with all the little buttons. And I'm just be honest with you, I've only had to use a couple of them little buttons. Okay, so I'm gonna pull it into the camera shot. Okay, can y'all see it? Okay, cool. So yeah, this is the Power Air Fryer Oven, right? And it kind of opens in the front, okay? With my little pumpkins. I always decorate, but y'all can't barely see it. Then hi, Bree. So it kind of opens to the front this way. A lot of the air fryers that like my family members have kind of have that pull-out tray. This one has the pull-out oven, okay? So you get like these little trays here. You get one with like a little dip, and then you get like some flat ones. I like the one with the little dip. I don't know, maybe it's a control issue. I feel like it's more secure there. I don't know. But so we're gonna go ahead and spray. This is another one of my must-haves, avocado spray oil. So again, we've discussed many times, olive oil is for low heat cooking or salads, marinades, that kind of thing, okay? Things that you're not gonna cook on high heat, because you lose all the nutrients, all the cool stuff of the olive oil if you heat it at high heat. Whereas avocado oil or grapeseed oil, it's meant for that. It is meant for high heat, and you're not, creating carcinogenic issues, you know, cancer-ridden issues with an oil, because these oils are meant for high heat. So I love it because it's a 500 smoke proof point. So that's what you want to see on it. Okay. I'm gonna do a little closer. Can you see the reading? That's how you know it's high heat. And I like Chosen brand. They're really cool. I use a lot of their stuff. And it doesn't have like weird additives in this spray. So it's literally just avocado oil. So that's why I really like this. I'm wary of a lot of additives, and sometimes with vegan cooking, to kind of get that, if you're substituting something or trying to get it to taste like something, there are a lot of like additives or creative sciencey type stuff that you're going to encounter with vegan cooking or plant-based cooking, but this isn't one of those issues. So I do have a link to this, one of my must-haves. It's a great spray, doesn't have weird stuff in it. If you don't want to drizzle, you use less. So I really, really like it. So you're going to spray your trays here so that your bacon doesn't stick. Okay. Okay. See, just sprayed my little trays. And hold on. Gotta plug it in. Must have unplugged it when I moved it. Okay, so I gotta move it back because I need to plug it in. Hold on. Okay. Okay. So can y'all see it? Okay. So you see the little button? That's how, like, you know it's plugged in, which is why I was having the issue. And you pop it on, and it has like all these light up things. Okay, these light up buttons. This is the little light so you can see in there. And the one that we're going to use is the one that looks like a little French fry. So that means like you're frying vegetables. Thanks, Sam. Ooh. I appreciate it. Hey, Reginald, how are you? Welcome, welcome. Thanks for hopping on. Okay, so this is kind of how that goes. If you don't have, like, you don't need something with a specific button, this is the temperature area up and down, and this is if you're following a recipe, and this are the minutes up and down. Okay, now the tricky thing about this carrot bacon in the air fryer, which may be another reason why I didn't prefer it in the process in the air fryer, is that you have to watch it. You have to like really watch it if you want it like a certain texture. Okay, so that was another thing where I felt like I was watching it in the oven, but I didn't feel like I needed to watch it as much. But the air fryer, I was like, you know, watching it like my man's DMs or something, you know. So you get your little tray that's been oiled up, okay? Open it up, your little air fryer, and you lay your carrot bacon strips onto your tray, okay? So again, and I also noticed that when you put it kind of high, it's not as, it cooks faster. If you put it lower, it's a little more controlled. So I was like, okay, does that mean that I can only cook one layer at a time? I don't know. Okay, yeah, it's probably what it means, because I kind of did end up having to cook it one layer at a time. So that's another kind of pro con, however you want to see it. Again, if it's just you, it works out because you're like, it's just me. I don't need to do all that. But I'm cooking for a family, so it's a little cumbersome. And when I made it in the oven, because it was crispier consistency, my toddler was able to eat it. Whereas the, oh, you gotta kind of see the ridges here. Okay. When I made it in the air fryer, she wasn't, because of the kind of chewy bacon consistency. So that's another pro con. I don't know if you're cooking for a kid or not. I don't know if you got some teeth issues. Again, crispier in the oven. Because when I kept it in the air fryer and I wanted to make it that crispy, it was starting to burn. Okay, so we chose French fry. That's 400 degrees, okay? And I'm gonna go, I think it ended up cooking pretty fast, so I'm gonna do like 7 minutes. And you don't touch anything else, it just kind of cuts on. Boom, okay? And it kind of sounds like an oven, and it just turns on. So that's how that works. So let me know if y'all have any questions about this carrot bacon, because again, I know people want to go plant-based, but you just can't be going plant-based without really thinking about it, really pairing it with something. So what are some of the things you can do when you have a vegetable? So carrot is one of those things that's kind of high in a bunch of stuff. It's high in potassium, high in magnesium, it's high in a bunch of stuff, okay? So you pair like a vegetable, or you pair a non-heme, or that's a protein, a plant-based protein, which is called non-heme, iron in it. You pair that with vitamin C. So something that has vitamin C. So many things have vitamin C. Oranges, bell peppers, kale, all have vitamin C. Don't do spinach. Spinach does have vitamin C, but spinach inhibits absorption of iron. No, there's been a lot of debate. So I tend not to put spinach in my smoothies. What? Yeah, I don't. I do kale, okay? So I don't put spinach in my smoothies because I don't want it to prevent the absorption of the iron, because I need all the iron I can get, being someone who doesn't eat meat-based products every day. So you pair it with your vitamin C. And sometimes that doesn't work because it depends on the person. Because that can kind of enhance the oxidative ness of some foods. So if let's say you're drinking it with some sweet tea, you have decreased your absorption even more. I know. So you try to eat something to help with the absorption of the iron, but then you follow it up with a sweet tea and it's taking it back down. When when you're digesting something like protein, and let's say your protein has all the iron in it, by the time it gets to your small intestine where it gets all the good stuff, the absorption is about 35%. That's with a meat product. Okay, so that's with meat. With a non-heme or a plant-based protein, you're down to about 1% of absorption. So you try to get as much possible. So does that mean to fill your plate with a whole bunch of plant-based protein at one time? No, that actually doesn't work either. So what you do is you pace yourself throughout the day. You make sure that you're eating foods with iron, plant-based protein throughout the day. So you eat some legumes one part of the day. You'll eat some nuts another part of the day, and so on. Again, that's why I spent so much time on the absorption portion of the nuts last week, because nuts are a great plant-based protein. They're a base for a lot of things. They're a great fat. However, if they aren't soaked, if they aren't sprouted, they're inhibiting the absorption of the iron, of a lot of the nutrients that you're trying to put in your body. So we don't want to work against ourselves. So we have to be knowledgeable of how to pair our foods. You can do a lot of research, or you can get somebody like me to help you through the process. Just saying. So just wanted to give y'all that tidbit, because I know a lot of people are going plant-based and they're very excited, and that's amazing. However, I want you to make sure that you're pairing your foods properly and that you're getting the best benefits that you can. So you just can't have a plate of carrot bacon and think you're going to be A-okay. You got to pair that with something. Pair it with some nice beans and brown rice, or pair it with a nice, almond bread, or one of the protein breads. All those are great. Make sure that you're pairing them properly and you're doing little bits of balanced meal throughout the day. So yes, that's a lot, I know. But just like everything in life that matters, accountability, consistency, discipline, all of those things matter. Are you going to be perfect? No, nobody's perfect, and that's just not going to work. So be kind and graceful to yourself. But you have to it's constant mindfulness. constantly thinking, okay, what am I going to put in my body today? What is going to enhance my body today? What is going to make me healthy today? That's what you should be doing at all times. And if you need help, get an accountability partner. If you need someone who has a professional nutritional background and is a certified health coach, then get me. So that's just my 2 cents. So we're letting our carrot bacon go. Okay, so I want y'all to see it. Can you see it? It's in there. It's doing its little thing. All right. So you see how it's getting all crispy? And that's kind of fast. So you don't need the whole 15 minutes. We have 2 minutes left in the air fryer. And it's on not the highest level, but the second to the highest level. And you'll see it's kind of curling up like bacon and everything. It looks really cute. So do y'all have any questions? Good to know, Bria. Yes. Get some kale, girl. Get some kale instead. Not saying spinach is bad, but if you're not eating meat and that's one of your sources, then yeah, you know, try to get something that has a little that can benefit you more. They can benefit you more. Hi, Marcia. Thanks for hopping on, busy lady. Okay. Do y'all have any other questions? You have any other questions about my must-haves? So in regards of the air fryer, I would say if you are looking for something to cook your meals pretty quickly, if you're looking for versatility, if you're looking for something that does a lot, go ahead and get you an air fryer. Again, this one does a lot. It cuts down. I have a small kitchen appliances addiction. It's bad. This cuts down on a lot of that. So this is a dehydrator, it's an air fryer, it's a toaster oven, you reheat your food in it. It cuts down on a lot of that. So especially if like you don't have a lot of counter space or you ain't got the money to be buying a whole bunch of products, you know, small kitchen appliances, this is one of those kind of all-encompassing. The Instant Pot, which I'm not going to feature today, but y'all, so that's my favorite small appliance. I can spend hours on it. I'll feature that another day. Be focusing on air fryer today. Let me know in the comments if you want me to compare air fryers, because like everybody in my family has them and I'm trying to figure out which one's the best. I have like this mega one that does all this stuff, but then like my auntie, she has like a simpler one, but she like swears by it. She like holds parties with it. So, and my mom has like 2. So if y'all want me to do, we can do like a little comparison, like a little, you know, air fryer party, and we can do a little test to see who wins and what tastes the best. Let me know if you want to see that. Okay, so all them beeps, all them loud, ignorant beeps, let you know it's done. Okay, yay, it's pretty. Let me get something so I don't burn myself. Look at my cute little fall towel. Look so cute. Okay. Okay, so this is kind of how it turns out. It looks like bacon, right? And it's like crispy, but it kind of has that kind of bacony, you know, consistency. So let me hold it up a little closer for y'all. And that took 7 minutes. Yes, I cooked it at various temperatures to get to the 7 minutes to let y'all know that that's the perfect time. at least in this one. So that's kind of how your carrot bacon turns out. I'm gonna put it on a plate so y'all can see it better. Do y'all have any other questions? So next week, we are going to have a little chat. I want to know what's on your mind. So come with questions. Come with things that you think that I can help with, that I can feature, that I can cover on a Try It Thursday, or do a completely different live or event on it. What is something that you need help with? Bring some questions. Bring some ideas and let me know. Let's talk. And also just want to let you know what I've been thinking, what I've been going through, what my journey is. And I'm also going to cover some more of my must-haves, because again, a healthy lifestyle is an investment. So you're going to have those tools to make your life a little easier. Okay, so this is what it looks like. It's cute, right? And it looks all bacony. Look how cute. It's really good. Yeah. Okay. So the second to the top layer level, and 7 minutes. I did that, y'all. I cooked a lot of batches of carrot bacon to get there. And 7 minutes is the perfect time. And this is the one that does everything. So for this one, you can, that's kind of the instructions for it. Now, the only critique I'll have is maybe I didn't need that much of the aminos. It's a little salty, just a dash. So I'll probably maybe cut that to about a teaspoon. But other than that, it's good. So y'all let me know in the comments. Hit me up on my LB Consults page. DM me, all that stuff. And if you need some help becoming your healthiest and well self, contact me. I am here to help. I'm here to do that journey with you. Okay? Because I know how it is, y'all. All right? I love y'all. Thank you so much for joining in.